Xbox. I took a lot of time not trying to talk about this particular topic. I didn't address the situation with Xbox when it first happened. I was like, you know what, Senzu, let's take some time off, let's chill, let's wait till everything dies down, and let's come back to this conversation later. So it's been a couple of weeks since the whole news about Xbox just going nuclear with every single plan they had with gaming. I felt, you know what, let's actually talk about it. Let's talk about why Xbox is the biggest proponent of their own downfall. And this is coming from someone who, coming into this particular generation of gaming, I was really ecstatic on getting the Xbox. I remember when I made a video, which was my very first video on this channel, about the Xbox Series X and about why I think it's probably the best console to get because of Game Pass. I really believe you should consider getting into the Xbox ecosystem. At least get the Series S, and then if you like the Series S, then you can start off and like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I can get the Series X. Or if you already have a PC, you don't even need the Series X or Series S. So get Game Pass Ultimate and you're good to go for the rest of the whole year. I mean, when I talk about year, you're good. How wrong I was. For me, right, there are a couple of things when it comes to gaming and when it comes to the industry. It just feels like in this particular generation with the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, we haven't really gotten the same level of content we got in the previous generations. Growing up, I remember back when I got the PS3 and we got all those games on the PS3, I was looking forward to, oh wait, the PS4. Especially when rumors started coming up about, oh yo, the PS4 is going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be all over these things. I was like, you know what? I'm looking forward to the PS4. I remember getting the PS4 on day one and just playing all the games that came out later on afterwards. I was like, yo, when you start hearing rumors about the next gen consoles, as a gamer, and as pretty much all of you who are watching this channel, we all have that same feeling of, you know what? Let's wait for the new console. The new console's coming now. There's all this level of excitement, and this is years before it actually comes out. But it just feels like with this particular generation, with the Series X, particularly with the Series X, PlayStation has their own issues to worry about that are very similar to what I'm talking about today. But especially with Xbox as a platform and a publisher, it feels to me we have gotten the same level of investments we usually get when it comes to most generations. Because nowadays, it just feels like they're trying to get along with the Xbox Series X S generation and move forward to whatever is going to be the next console. Because when I think about it, right, we had a particular year, I think it was 2022 or 2021, where we had no releases from Xbox. None whatsoever. That should never happen in a generation. That should never happen for a company that is building an ecosystem. This whole messaging about, oh, everything's an Xbox, trying to sell the platform, to me, makes no sense when you're also still trying to push a hardware. The whole Xbox increasing Game Pass prices, the whole point of Game Pass in itself was for the affordability of being able to play as many titles as you want to play. But now that Game Pass has gotten more expensive, it feels like it isn't worth it anymore for me. And even then, I've never actually paid the proper price for Game Pass. I always just get to particular websites that you should be trying out. If you know, you know. But in that regard, and in just in everything that Xbox is doing, we're always hearing about, oh, the new console is going to be the next big thing. The new console is going to be the next big thing when it comes to development and advancement technology. We're going to use AMD, we're using AI. It just feels like every single step of the way, as soon as the Activision Blizzard deal commenced or once it finished, Xbox as a brand died and Microsoft Gaming was created. Because essentially, I know for a fact that most of the decisions that are being made currently with the current Xbox iteration or the current Series X S iteration of increasing the price of consoles, increasing the price of Game Pass, all digital platform. And I don't really mind the all digital roadmap that they have with these consoles. It's more so you're doing everything against us actually buying a console when all your games can be played on every single platform. I'm talking about PlayStation, the Switch eventually, and then now PC. It just feels like you move forward once and you step backwards like 10 times. It's like for every step you move forward, you're going back 10 times. I don't think the generation is going to get any better with the Xbox Series X or S. And we've always been talking about, oh, hey, next year is going to be a great year for gaming, especially for Xbox. Next year is going to be big. We're going to see more consoles. We're going to see more games. Don't worry, next year is the year for Xbox. The year comes along. You know what? No, it's going to be next year. And then it just keeps on going forward. It's like this never-ending cycle of just dreams and promises and hopium that never comes to fruition. I know a lot of you who watch this channel are gamers. A lot of you are PC gamers, I think. You know what? What is your favorite console you're currently playing on or platform? Put in the comment section down below. I would like to know. But in terms of just Xbox as a console, my very first video was me enjoying the Xbox Series X. I could have got to the PS5 at the time, but the Xbox Series X was the very first console I got for this particular generation. And I still have it, but as you can see, it's nowhere to be seen. As soon as I moved into this new place, I haven't really made use of the Series X whatsoever. I only have a PC, I have my PlayStation, I have my Switch. Those are the only consoles I need out right now. And honestly speaking, I don't see myself getting the next Xbox console because honestly, I would rather invest that money into getting a better PC with better specs and better GPU and CPU and what you need. To me, it just feels like the Xbox experience is dead. And then here comes along the new Xbox Rogue Ally X, which, oh, it's an Xbox. No, it's a PC. And even then as a PC, and looking at all the reviews, everyone is saying that this is $1,000 handheld. It doesn't feel like $1,000 handheld from the experience. The out-of-box experience you get from this doesn't feel like $1,000 experience. And that points to me, and that puts me in the perspective of, okay, how is the next Xbox console going to pan out? If every single game being released can also be played on other platforms, what is the point of us coming into the Xbox hardware ecosystem? I understand coming into the Xbox ecosystem, but then again, that isn't going to be a thing anymore when, for a matter of fact, we all know for a fact that Game Pass sooner or later is going to come to an end eventually because they're just pushing you to. I know for a fact there is going to come a point where when a Game Pass subscription for a month costs the same thing as buying a $70 game. It is going to happen. I hope it doesn't, but knowing Microsoft, this is how they get you. Look, I don't want to waffle. I don't want to waste your time. I just think as gamers and as Xbox as a brand and as an entity, I don't feel the same love I got when I was during the 360 era. I don't feel the same love I got during the original Xbox era. As a gamer, it just feels to me that betting your ecosystem on an Xbox or betting your platform to be an Xbox feels like the wrong way to go. I would rather you get a PC, a PlayStation, a Switch 2, and you're covered. You getting an Xbox, unless you're someone who's like a big game console collector, it doesn't really help out, and it doesn't really help you out as well. So honestly, it is what it is. This is the Xbox we know now, or Microsoft gaming as I call it. So yeah, what a year to be a gamer. So if you guys like this video, leave in the comment section down below what you think. I would love to hear from you guys. So I'm doing this a different approach, you know. It's not every single time I'm going to have scripted videos. I'm going to have videos where I'm just talking out of my ass. Pause, but just relaying to you how I feel about the current generation and the current industry as it is right now. Xbox as an entity, to me, is pretty much dead. This is Microsoft gaming. That's what it looks like. If you have an issue with what I just said, please leave in the comment section down below your thoughts. It would go a long way if you could subscribe and like as well. Share the video if you can, it helps. Thanks for watching the video. Hope to hear from you soon. I will see you on the next one. Stay active. Love you all. Peace.